Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football, and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will take the first swing of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Handoff to the single back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking for...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Michigan. The whole thought process is just getting the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass,
what's wrong?
That's not where they're going to live.
With what? What? Okay, you don't have to scream at me.
I helped her and it's fixed. You're so welcome.
Dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
So the Michigan Wolverines offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's...
And he's running in the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Dropping back, it's Burns. He caught it, and he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to...
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The offense starts with a short field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets it fly. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the run.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. To the air on first down. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw. It's Burns. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
The sweet feet buy a little time. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. The quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. The play action fake. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to throw. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Maryland! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Burns. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll throw it. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Caught in the backfield. It's Mayer. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll give it to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing.
Oh, he dropped it! And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
The Terrapins decide to punt it away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. He's going to throw deep right side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the misfire, now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocated. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the... He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Trying to beat the D deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air, it's Burns. Quarterback floating away from pressure. At the 35, he's got room. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point is good. To get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Terrapins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Mayer. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down for the offense.
Touch pass on the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Dropping back, it's Burns. Looking down the middle. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He finds his man. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the route is on. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Kentucky. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Sweet cut there. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Now facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. On the return, it's Clemens. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And running toward the tape. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Running the option, it's Burns.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. They'll put it in play from the 27. First down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. From the shotgun, the inside give. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Getting some heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, Dave.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads can call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Power football with the run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Looking to pass, it's Burns. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll throw it on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Finds his big tight end. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang